Go! Go!
We finally have it. After months of silence, scattered rumors, and half-buried leaks, Battlefield 6 now has a concrete reveal date. According to multiple trusted sources, including Tom Henderson and Insider Gaming, the official global reveal is set for July 31st, with hands-on previews from content creators and media happening privately just days before. From July 29th to the 31st, select members of the industry will get to play the game behind closed doors. Then, once the embargo lifts, we're getting full gameplay footage, interviews, breakdowns, and finally, our first real look at what DICE has been building behind the scenes. This is going to be big, and for Battlefield fans, especially those burned by the last installment, this might be the shot at redemption they've been waiting for. Let's break down everything that's come out about Battlefield 6 so far. First off, the reveal event. We now know that Battlefield is adopting a strategy very similar to what Activision does with their COD Next showcases. That means polished coordinated media drops. It means streamers, influencers, journalists all getting hands-on time in a controlled setting and then dropping gameplay, impressions, and commentary all at once. It's a massive push, and that alone says a lot about EA's confidence in this game. They're clearly trying to course correct after 2042, and so far it's looking like a full reboot in both tone and execution. This is Battlefield 6. Internally and externally, that's the title. And from what we've seen and heard so far, it's a return to what made the franchise iconic to begin with. Think Battlefield 3, think Bad Company 2. We're talking full-scale modern military warfare, boots on the ground, tanks rolling through rubble, jets screaming across the sky. That's what this game is channeling, and most importantly, destruction is back. Destruction is a major focus this time around. According to leaks from multiple playtesters and insiders, the game is bringing back that chaotic, systemic environment manipulation that Battlefield used to be known for. Buildings will collapse dynamically, cover won't last long, and players will have to rethink how they navigate the battlefield minute by minute because the terrain itself won't stay static. This isn't just Levolution gimmicks, it's full environmental destruction on a systemic level, built from the ground up using the Frostbite engine. And yes, some gameplay has already leaked from early sessions. These aren't full-blown trailers, nothing officially sanctioned, but impressions are starting to take shape, and what we're hearing is consistent. This is faster paced than 2042 but more grounded, modern weapons, familiar tech, tactical flexibility. There's a strong emphasis on tight gunplay but without sacrificing the chaos that defines the franchise. Vehicles will play a huge role. Infantry combat is refined, and large-scale operations will return similar to Conquest and Breakthrough, but with smarter objective flows and improved squad mechanics. Another important detail, the scale of the maps. We're hearing the game supports massive lobbies again, up to 128 players on next-gen hardware. But unlike 2042, where empty map space and poor pacing made those player counts feel bloated, this time the maps are reportedly tighter, more vertical, and more destructible. Think city blocks getting reduced to rubble, bridges collapsing under fire, entire sectors getting reshaped mid-match. And here's a big one. There's heavy rumor that a free-to-play mode is being built alongside the main game, potentially a battle royale or extraction shooter hybrid, the way Warzone did for Call of Duty. Whether or not that gets revealed on July 31st remains to be seen, but the fact that the franchise is even heading in that direction is a massive shift from how they approached 2042. Now let's talk launch platforms. It's confirmed Battlefield 6 will be current gen only. That means PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X-S, and PC, no last gen support. This is a next gen Battlefield built with those specs in mind, and that means better performance, denser maps, and more ambitious mechanics without hardware constraints. Expect ray tracing, large scale destruction, and a polished engine experience that isn't being bottlenecked by older consoles. As for the campaign, that part's still a bit murky. EA hasn't confirmed anything on single player yet, but we know from hiring postings that DICE LA, now known as Ripple Effect, is working on narrative driven content. Whether that's a full campaign or a series of episodic missions like Spec Ops, we don't know, but it seems Battlefield isn't completely abandoning story content, which could help flesh out the world behind the multiplayer. There's reason to be skeptical too. Battlefield 2042 was a mess. It shipped incomplete with broken systems, underwhelming maps, and a total lack of identity. It took DICE nearly 2 years to stabilize that game. So while everything we're hearing about Battlefield 6 sounds promising, the community is cautious, and rightfully so. The good news is that EA seems to be aware of that. That's why this July 31st reveal isn't just a trailer drop, it's a full media push. Gameplay, developer commentary, interviews, hands-on footage. The goal is to win back trust by showing, not just telling. And that care package that was leaked to influencers, that wasn't just marketing fluff, it contained details about the reveal schedule, showing that EA is coordinating this with a high degree of precision. The reveal will mark the beginning of a full marketing blitz. We'll likely get beta dates, the official title card, gameplay trailers, and potentially even the final release date. Right now, all signs point to a late 2025 launch window, though nothing is fully confirmed. If you're waiting for a playable beta, keep your eyes on August or early September. Bottom line, Battlefield 6 is shaping up to be the franchise's biggest shot at redemption in over a decade. This is a franchise that helped define modern FPS design, and for the first time in years, it feels like it's trying to reclaim that title, but it won't be easy. The expectations are massive, the competition is fiercer than ever, and the community will not forgive another half-baked launch. But let's be honest, we'd be naive not to tread carefully. This is still Electronic Arts, the same publisher responsible for Battlefield 2042's disastrous launch. The same company that pushed out a half-baked live service product, promised big seasonal content drops, then went radio silent while the game's community bled out. It's important to remember that EA doesn't just make games, they sell platforms, monetization models, and pipelines. If there's one thing we've learned over the years, it's that behind every Battlefield revival, there's a boardroom watching closely for the next revenue stream. Microtransactions, battle passes, premium cosmetics, all of it is expected. The question is, will it come at the expense of gameplay? Will we see another season pass promising post-launch maps that arrive incomplete or lackluster? Will the free-to-play mode, if it exists, be balanced around gameplay or monetization? And how much of the reveal on July 31st will be pure marketing polish versus actual substance? Let's not forget the launch of Battlefield 5, marketed as a gritty World War II experience, only to be riddled with identity issues, post-launch changes, and internal creative confusion. Or Battlefield Hardline, where a game that tried to reimagine the series as cops vs robbers and instead landed flat on its face. Battlefield has always had this whiplash effect, bouncing between innovation and identity crisis. And as much as we want Battlefield 6 to be the big comeback, we need to acknowledge this isn't their first promise. Even the influencers attending the preview later this month, it's exciting, but let's be real. We've seen games polish vertical slices and stage perfect hands-on sessions before. What we need to see is raw, unscripted gameplay, the full loop, not just the shiny highlight reel. So mark your calendars, July 31st is the day we find out if DICE still has it in them.